Welcome back. You're watching The Right to Be Heard, the RTH show. And the simple question we're asking today is, and the question which is also being asked by many people in Delhi, is this the change that they had voted for? Has the Aam Aadmi Party not really made the transition from being agitators to running a government? And the question at which we'd taken a break was whether the Delhi police should be under the Delhi government or not, and why isn't the centre actually moving on that demand which many of their own chief ministers in the past have made. And I would like to pose that question to Brijesh Kalappa. So what have you done about it? Mrs. Sheila Dikshit wanted the Delhi police to be under the control of the Delhi government. Now when the Aam Aadmi Party is making that demand, a valid demand, you would agree, why isn't the centre actually making some movement on it?
You see, this is a national capital. It's not just a state capital. This is the national capital. This is the capital of India. Okay, and there are several embassies here, and there are other, very sensitive interests concerned. Just like in Washington DC, the national capital of the United States is under the central police, and this is an accepted fact. But having said this, while Mrs. Dikshit tried persistently to have this changed, I think there has to be a larger, synergy of interest somehow. It has to happen in the future sometime. But for the moment, the central government strongly feels that the state policing should remain with them for the moment, right?
No, but your own chief minister wanted it. Now, just because the AP is saying it, in order to trip them,
chief minister may want something.
No,
I'm sorry. Chief minister may want a certain thing. In this country, things don't run according to the whims of a chief minister.
So you're saying that Mrs. Sheila Dikshit was being whimsical when she...
There is a constitution. There is a way things are done. I'm sorry if the Aam Aadmi Party doesn't realize this, but there are ways in which these things are done. This has to, it ultimately should not lead to a complete vacuum. Would you like a situation like that?
Okay.
There has to be some...
There has to be some...
Yeah.
Yes, go ahead, Mr. Khan.
See, as a police officer, I supported even this transfer many a times. But having seen the situation which I am facing today, for instance, I am against it now. I am against for the simple reason that we cannot hand over our national capital to a group of people who are, I'm sorry to say, almost anarchist.
All right, Rahul Mehra, I would want you to respond to both of these points that have been made, but adding to that is also a question which a viewer here wants to ask you about the method that you have adopted. This gentleman here says he agrees with you when you say that the Delhi police should be controlled by the Delhi government, but what about your methods? Go ahead.
मैं मेहरा साहब से पूछना चाहता हूँ, क्या हर बात के लिए धरने पर बैठना जरूरी है? मतलब जब ऑलरेडी किसी चीज़ की जांच चल रही है और उन लोगों ने ये कह दिया तो धरने पर बैठना जरूरी है? ये पब्लिसिटी स्टंट नहीं तो और क्या है?
The first and the foremost issue is, why is it that the local police has been kept away from the state? And you can see why it is, because the very reason that the center is a power-hungry center where they cannot release the local police to the state.
Let him answer the
Number
question.
Two, full statehood.
So you are a power-hungry state which wants power for yourself then.
Please let him answer.
Answer the question.
Please make the Home Minister accountable for all the rapes in Delhi and not the Chief Minister.
The law minister was unlawful activities. Come on.
No, but what about the answer to question?
Okay, let's not heckle him. Answer the question, Rahul Mehra. Go ahead.
Yes, also.
Thank you. If the accountability and the responsibility does not rest with the center, then surely the machinery should not also rest out there. Number one. Number two, when you say that why the statehood is being sought for, I'm sure it is not Sheila Dikshit. It is not Arun Jaitley, but it is their parties which in their manifestos had put, and these are the parties which are in the center, 3/4 of the majority lies with them, to say today that they are going to run out of...
इन्होंने एक सेंटेंस में बहुत वैलिड सवाल पूछा, इसका जवाब नहीं इनके पास.
Rahul Mehra, but no one here is contesting. I know you will accuse me of having an agenda.
I supported as a police officer.
The question was very simple. No one is contesting that your intention is good. What about the method? Why do you have to still practice this politics of dharna? That was the simple question. Can we please hear Rahul Mehra's answer to that? Please give him some time. Go ahead, Rahul.